Hey everybody, and welcome back. So I hope you all enjoyed your Christmas and New Year's. We had a good time down in Baltimore, and we had some friends around on New Year's Day, so that was all very good. But here we are in a new year, and I was hoping I always like to get the current project finished for New Year so we can start the year with a new project, but we're going to be a week or so out. But anyway, what was I going to say there? I'm going to do the last little bit. It's only going to be a short video because I've just got the last little bit of the tank to do, and then I'm going to paint it. I'll talk to you about that. Then we will just go over what I'm hoping to do this coming year. So as you know, I want to do we're going to have a video where I sort out that infield gearbox. I've got a very slight leak at the bottom of the oil tank on the Auto Triumph. It was really fiddly to get the things out the bottom, and I couldn't weld it where I wanted to, and I thought, you know, that's going to weep past there, which it does. So all I'm going to do is clean it off, I think, and put some JB weld round there. That should be fine. It's absolutely minor. And the other thing I'm going to do is we are going to be reworking the B50. You remember I did a B50, the red and white one, and I sort of uprated it a bit. Well, I put upside down forks and disc brakes on, and right from the start, as soon as I put them on, I thought, that's not a very big disc on that front brake. Mike thought it would be fine, but I don't know. For a 500 that's quite heavy, and you know, it's the MX engine, and I'm expecting the people, whoever buys it, to sort of use it as a bit of an adventure bike. I've just, every time I walk past it, I think, oh, I don't like these forks and front wheel. Plus, of course, I still didn't get that GPS speedometer to work. So anyway, I have a pair of XS650 forks and yokes. So I went online and I managed to find a chap who was very helpful on eBay who was breaking a Yam 650. It was funny, I bought the wheel and I got in touch with him to say, could you just cut the spokes off for me, because I only want the hub, because I'm going to build it with a 21-inch rim. Extra cost, but never mind. What else have I got to spend my money on? So he sort of wrote back and said, oh yeah, it was like $65. $65 just for the hub? You know, not the whole wheel. So I said, yeah. And then he got a message back all through eBay. I've got the disc, do you want that? So I wrote back and I said, yeah, I'll take the disc. And then I thought, oh, wait a minute. Perfect timing again. So then it turned out he had the caliper and this, so we went backwards and forwards. Anyway, I got sort of the disc, the wheel, hub, the spindle, the disc, the caliper, everything. So what we're going to do is we're going to take those forks out, forks and front wheel, which I can then use actually on the next trials bike, because you remember I've got that Tiger Cub rear hub that I was very kindly given. So I've got hubs, front wheel forks for the next trials bike, whatever that might be. So anyway, we're going to do that and get a proper speedometer for it, and I'll probably have to remake the binnacle, so there'll be a fair amount of work, but I'll feel a lot happier. I'm always nervous. I really don't like selling bikes, particularly not, I'll be honest, here in the States, because, you know, something goes wrong in the UK, unless it's changed, and people, let's put it this way, people believe there are such things as accidents in the UK. Here, sorry to my US viewers, but accidents don't happen. There's always somebody's fault, so you can sue them. It's frightening. I don't know how doctors and mechanics and people who send things out in the world work. Anyway, I'm waffling again, so 2024 is going to be a waffling year maybe. So anyway, let's get on and do this last little bit of work to the tank. Righty ho, so there it is. all done. As you can see, like there's a gap there because the front needs trimming to drop it down. This is a bit high here, and the same there. This needs dropping down because the front is here. Now, a couple of ways I can do this. I can take a felt tip pen and sort of take it to where I am there and then mark that, and then when I cut that it'll drop it down to this level. Or I think what I'm going to do is turn it the other way up, because I don't want to take too much off. As I say, I've got a gap here, it can go down here 1/4 inch, so there's probably enough. But I think what I'll do is turn it over, put the tunnel in, get the tunnel all fitted, and then mark it on the inside, and that way I'm not going to accidentally shorten anything. So let me just get this set up. So as you can see, like, we need this to come in a little bit here, so that needs working. This is touching nicely, but can you see? Yeah, see, we've got a little extra there. This is just in nicely at the back, and of course it's in there. So I've got a piece to cut off there. That's about right, and a little bit to cut off at the end. So we'll do this in a couple of stages. So we'll do this with a pair of metal shears. And we'll see how that comes out. So let me do that. So there it is now. Fits all the way around. That little bit at the front, when I've got the edges welded up, I can just very slightly tap that in and that'll weld up nicely. Alright, so the next thing is that. So I made this, I popped out, ooh, of course it won't come apart now. Oh, it got a tighter fit than I wanted it. Hold on a second. I took a couple of thou off, but I think it was more that I couldn't really get a grip of this. I haven't threaded it this time. I wanted to make it bigger. Actually, I might have made it too big. It might look a bit strange. But I put 2 O-rings on, so it's a good tight fit on those 2. Alright, so now all we need to do, let me move you. Hold on 1 second. And you're a bit out of focus again, aren't you? There we go. Is we're going to drill a hole in the top of here, and that's going to go in there. Alright, so let me mark that. That's 1 3/4. I've got an 1 3/4 hole saw. So we'll do that. And then we'll weld that in there. Alright, so there's that welded on there. Didn't weld up too badly either. It's a little bit tight. The welding's made it crimp up a little bit, so I'll just run a thing around the inside. But there you go, that's that done. So now, and I want it to be tight of course, so it doesn't pop out and throw petrol all over. So now I just want to go over it. There's the odd little bit that I've got to planish out, and then we'll weld the bottom in. So there it is, all welded up. It's on its mounts, and let me zoom you in here a little at the back. Hold your chairs again. See this piece, this is welded on under there, so we'll just put, because don't forget it's bolted at the front, so a little bit of rubber under that and a couple of cable ties or something to go around that will hold it so that the back end doesn't bounce. Alright, so all I've got to do now is check it for leaks, and then I can get it ready and prime it. I can't decide what to do, and you're not going to have time to give me the your opinion. I'm going to have white panels in there. I don't know, where is it? The only BSA ones I've got, which are a bit old, are too big. I just don't like them. That looks awful. I want ones like I have on the other bike, which are only about 3 inches long and maybe 1 inch high. They're just going there nicely. But I can paint this anyway. I can always put those on later and just put a blow coat of clear coat over the top to seal them on. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, white panel, but I don't know whether to have the white panel in the same grey as the frame or black. Black would really make it pop out. I don't know. Anyway, let's check this, see if we've got any leaks. Alright, well, things haven't gone according to plan during the course of this week. I got all my little bits done, and I decided how I was going to paint the tank, and it's just gone to ratchet. I did it black with a white panel. I did a big panel, didn't like it. I mean, it looked nasty. Plus, I didn't quite get it centered right. So, annoyance one. So I thought, okay, let me mask it with like a curved panel up here. So I redid all the masking, rubbed this bit back down, did it in black. You could still see the original panel. Sanded it all again, did it in black. You could still see some blemishes. I should have learnt by now, when that all starts to happen, just to bite the bullet, go back to scratch. But no, I've been fiddling on, I've literally been chasing myself, and I'm going to have to just sand it right back to bare metal and do it again. It really is one of those things where I do know better. As soon as you get one of those awkward parts in it, I don't know whether it's because you open up edges and, you know, paint doesn't like that. But as I say, I should know to just say, okay, unfortunate, but let's go back. Anyway, so I didn't get the tank done, and I was rushing to get the tank done. It's Saturday lunchtime, because I wanted to get the tank done in the middle of the week, so it was all cured, so I could put it on, so I could put petrol in it, and the moment, well, we have a smattering of snow, I was wanting to get out and have a quick ride on it, but that's not going to happen. And starting this afternoon into tomorrow, we've got one of those storms coming through that we're on the edge of. If it goes a little bit south, we'll get 1 inch or 2 of snow. If it goes a little bit more northerly, we could get up to 8 inches of snow. So obviously riding this is going to be out of the question. Anyway, as I say, I was going to do it black with a centre panel, a side panel, you know, so the half moon here and there. We're going to have enough time, because I'm not going to get to this till the middle of the week again. Let's have some comments, because I'm honestly thinking it's such a pain because of the shape of the tank, trying to get all the masking exactly, what's the word? Not something. The same on both sides. Anyway, to get it symmetrical. It doesn't begin with a C at all, Michael. To get it symmetrical. So maybe I'll do it just one colour. I don't want it in polished alloy. So how about some ideas? Somebody mentioned yellow. I don't know if I fancy yellow. Might do grey with white panels, I don't know. Anyway, let's have some comments, okay? So, you're also going to get a little video this week. I got the video from my ride day. Thank you very much, Colleen. I don't suppose you're watching, but that was Jensen's girlfriend. So she took all the video. She took lots and lots of video, but of course a lot of it was Jensen. So I've weeded it down, and you see half a dozen riders. So there'll be that to watch if you want to. And I have 2 updates for you on other things. One of them I've already forgotten, so maybe while I'm telling you this one, I'll remember it. God, what was it? Anyway, I was talking to Jim, who has the race car that the Henderson engine fits in. I don't know if I mentioned this, but he sent me a little video that the engine people had sent him, showing all the work they had to do on the crankcases. And Jim mentioned that it was 100 hours work, and I thought, 100 hours for an alloy welder? Anyway, he came round to talk about something else the other day, so we got talking about it, and the piece they fitted in the bottom, because they reckoned the bottom was no good, it's like a big bathtub. It's very car designed, the bottom of the cases. Was CNC'd, the alloy. So the bill was $4,000 for parts, $10,000 for welding. So Jim's got $14,000 into this engine, and they haven't actually done any work on the engine or put any of the new parts they're going to put in. So it's going to be an expensive venture to get this car finished for Jim. And the other thing I was going to tell you, I'll remember as I walk up to the garage, but that won't do you any good. Up to the house, sorry. See, I can't even get that right. Alright, so to all intents and purposes, this is done. We'll have to have a tiny little video that'll show you it finished off, and hopefully we get out to ride it if we don't get the big snow. Otherwise, I've got to get some pilot jets for this as well. I can't remember if I told you about that, but if not, I'll tell you another time. So that's it for this week. I'm just going to go and check the tractor over, just in case I've got to dig us out tomorrow morning. And hopefully you won't have to do that, although I saw that some of the weather at home wasn't too brilliant. But in the meantime, till I see you again, stay safe and enjoy yourselves. Right, here's an extra bit. I just came out to make sure everything was all right and the tractor was ready for the snow, which is starting to come. And I thought, let me just pull the masking off. That's what my plan was. I would have liked to get some little BSA things. You can see the red bike in the background. The size of the BSA decals on that. I'm going to try and show you how awful the paint's gone. You see that? Look at it. Can't get rid of it. Every line is showing up, and yet they're smoothed out. So anyway, I don't know. What do you think? I decided to do the seat base grey to sort of blend in with the frame. Anyway, that's it. See you later.